Good afternoon, friends. This is Dr. Anuj, and a lot of times I give talks at a lot of colleges. And as I'm a cardiologist, I've done my MBBS, I've done my MD. So after this education and everything, when somebody asks me that what is one thing that we want to change in this Indian curriculum, what is one thing that we want to change in India, I have no second thought by telling that let's change the education system of India. What is meant by education? Education is a system where a person, when he studies out of that, comes out with a national pride. He comes out feeling a lot of reverence for his country, for his great people who have given a lot of sacrifice for his country. If that doesn't come in that person after doing that education, what will he do for his country? And in our history books, let me tell you, my dear friends, it's such a fallacy of the writings which were done earlier, or the happenings which happened earlier. It is really derogatory. So if one thing we want to write is rewrite the history of India in our history books. Just take some examples. America 2 decades ago had written a history that they were the very nice people who had gone to America, who had gone to that kind of red Indians, and they just wanted to till some land, they wanted to get some help because there was a lot of land abundant there. But the red Indians resisted. And those people really thought that, yes, how come you are coming inside our land? And they resisted, and that's why we had to fight. Oh, what a mockery. You are entering into somebody's land. But they put the history that way to the students, that we were very nice people who went to America and we just wanted to do some land tilling and agriculture, but these people resisted. Another example, a lot of Asians today are in Trinidad and Guyana. Why? Because at the time when the colonial rule was on, these people were put up as slaves in Guyana and Trinidad, and a lot of these Asians, almost 1 million of them, are present still in these particular West Indian countries. Today, even if you go to Africa, their history has been completely revamped, saying that the blacks had a very bad history of being barbarians, and the Christians, they just wanted to reform them because they wanted to make a better civilization ahead for the world, and that's why they went there and did that particular race redemption, where they tried to make them better by revamping their history, by getting them to the real world, it seems, as if they were the masihas of reality. So the history has been rewritten all the time. History has to be rewritten. If you see physics, it is continuously changing because there is a continuous law which is manufactured or it is put up by a scientist, and so the physics changes. So why not our history, when there are so many archaeological facts coming up, like the Saraswati river bed has been found, the Harappan civilization has been found. There are so many adjuncts to the Indus Valley which have been found. Dwarka has been found. So many things which have been found in our history. So why do we have to see and read that same history to our students? Aryan invasion theory, a theory which has been bogus by so many of the researchers, has got reverence in the student history books. Why? It is said that 3,500 years back some Greeks came. Where did they come from? It has been completely negated. Horse symbols have been found in the Harappan civilization. The Saraswati river bed has been found, which predated the level when the Aryans invaded. So that means the Rig Veda predates the incursion of the Aryan invasion theory. So why are we still teaching it to our students? To tell that they don't exist from this land. So haphazard, so weird. It is still there, prevalent, and it has to be removed. Why? Let's go a little deeper. Why this history which is rotten, which is not giving any sense of national pride to a student when he comes out, is still taught to the student? It is taught because it is written by the leftists and the Marxists and the communals of this country. The country has majority of these educationists who are from the left wing, and that's why they are writing this history. And when we get to them and ask them why, they say that why to write about the Mughals? Why to write about their onslaughts? Why to write about the Christians? Why to write about the British who did so much wrong to India? What will it gain? Imagine the 1857 mutiny is not written in the history books. It is just written as a small paraphrase that there was cartilage in the cow cartilage, and that's why this mutiny happened. Why? It was such a deep event. Why don't they write about it? So even if they go a little further and write history as it is, today the Americans are teaching the students there in America regarding the presence of blacks which they did wrong to, and they have been accepted. In the history books, it is written today that yes, we did wrong to the Red Indians, we did wrong to the blacks, And that's why the students have accepted it, that yes, there was wrongdoing and now let's not do it again. So we have to learn from our history. History is not to repeat itself. History is to be learned from. And unfortunately today, even today, the Hindus are considered as barbaric idolaters in the world history and the media. Why? Because of this present day history which we are reading, which the colonial British have written and the imperialists have put it upon us. There has been so much wrongdoing on the Hindus from the 16th century where the French first entered, earlier to that by the barbaric Mughals, and earlier to that by Alexander. But we have never gone through that in a very, very systematic way. Fortunately, we have won over them. History, we have got over and got them back from our territory. We have not been like Babylon, we have not been like Mesopotamia, or we have not been like Persia, who have been completely overthrown. Yes, we are winners. So why not write that as the history prevails, that we have still got that sense of our Sanskriti, of our spirituality, still rooted in our ancestral Indian nation. Why not give that heritage to the students to write for and live for and come out with a sense of national pride? Why still give them that rotten part of not writing what they have gone through and their ancestors have gone through? There is not a mention of Mahabharata, this huge national rhetoric, which is the greatest and the most longest national rhetoric 2000 years back, where the civilization has been completely revamped in the archaeological sites. It is completely dated. The Hastinapur part, the whole living of the Pandavas by Dwarka, by these particular ways where they lived in Nasik, so many places has been revamped. So why not we revamp our history also, where we give that sense of national pride to the students? Other countries like Egypt, like Greece, they are asking for their earlier manuscripts from other countries, but we in India, we have been so, this job that I am doing on this television has to be done by this Department of Culture and Heritage in India, which is presently doing nothing. I think earlier it was Karan Singh, today I don't know who was there. They are just doing some bhangra in the name of Indian spirituality or Indian customs and fooling the Indians. We have such a huge heritage to live for. Why is our history not revamped? Why is it not written according to even the advanced countries today who have been revamping history, so that their students, when they come out with a vengeance, they come out with a strength, they come out with a national pride to do something for their own nation. Unfortunately, we need to do it ASAP, as soon as possible. Thank you very much, my dear friends.